Okay, let's get this together. It is Friday night. I'm sorry, just a little behind on this. Part of life here. Okay, there we go. All right. Good evening, guys. Keith K.L. Belvin here. Welcome to another session of Unapologetically Keith, which airs Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Tonight I might go a little longer depending because I think we might have a lot to share. I don't know if I can get it all in a half an hour. I might have to break it up, or we can wait till Monday. We'll see. So I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, and I specialize in helping people to get through the crisis that they may be dealing with. And so I use my gifts, my talents, anything that I possess to help other people figure out a way to get through their crisis. So thank you for tuning in tonight. So if you are with me, if you're watching, give me a little thumbs up, a one, or some type of emoji in the chat room if you've joined me and you're here watching. Let me know, give me an idea, because we are airing on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and missing one, Periscope, as well as LinkedIn, but I'm still not sure about LinkedIn. I'm waiting for the approval. They may have approved it, but I had to stop by the LinkedIn page to see if they have let that go. So definitely make sure that you throw a little emoji or something up in the chat room to let me know that you're there. I would appreciate that. We're going to try to get this going. It has been a long day. And tonight, let me put tonight, I forgot to put tonight's what's name up tonight. Okay. So tonight we are talking about, have you outgrown your friends list? Tonight we'll consider what to look for. That is what we are going to be talking about tonight. Have you outgrown your friends list? Okay. And I think it's something vital to consider, because too often we have such connections via social media that we tend to stay connected, I think, to people that we shouldn't. And often we don't know what to do. We don't know who to let go. We don't know who to hold on to. So I got a list of 10 things that we do 5 tonight and 5 on Monday, but we'll see. All right, we'll see. And if folks want to hold a conversation about it, then we can definitely do that. I'm here tonight. I finished all my counseling sessions, and so I am here. I am ready for this tonight. Okay, so, and if you're watching on replay, thank you. I appreciate you. If you're watching on replay, make sure if you send any response that you actually put in your response replay. That lets me know that you're watching on replay, because I do go back and look at all of the comments that are made, and I respond to all of the comments. I'm not that big yet that I can, actually, even if I was that big, I still will respond. That's just me. Some people say, don't waste all that time with people you don't know. I think it's a common courtesy, but I definitely will respond to all of the responses. Okay. Also, if you're watching on Periscope, make sure you hit that screen. They do count the hearts. I haven't been over to check and see how many hearts that I have, but make sure that you check it. And we're going to get started. Let's go right into this. So tonight we're talking about, have you outgrown your friends list? I was sitting and thinking about it, and I was looking at the different people that I have connected on the various sites. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on a lot of things. And so I started realizing that, do I know all these people? I mean, I have a lot of people, and I'm not famous by no stretch of the imagination, but it got me to thinking, why do we have all these connections? Some of us, of course, we're in business. Some of people we think are friends. But what if your mental has shifted like mine has, and you're seeing the world a little bit different? And I've gone through multiple changes, kind of like Malcolm X went through his. And Malcolm X went through, born Malcolm Little, then became Detroit Red, became Malcolm X, El Haj, Malik Shabazz, and all 4 were transitions in his life. I'm actually a Malcolm X fan. So I went through some transitions in my life, and those transitions have led me to think differently than the previous position that I had. And I have some people connected to me, but I think I have people that are connected to the old me, or even the me that I used to be in business. And it was time to start really making some changes. And I said, maybe somebody else is going through this. And as a person who's always studying ways to deal with crisis, I thought, you know what? I think some people might have some issues that I can deal with here. So that's the 10 things. And I don't see too many people in the chat room, but okay, we're going to go through it. And if anybody has any questions, hold off, but you can by all means post them in the chat room. I'll see them. Or if we can open up the dialogue, we can do that too. So the first thing, and I didn't put these in any order of importance. I noticed that there was a ton of different sites that have how to end friendships, or when you know that when you outgrown it. So that means that this is a subject that a lot of people have discussed, because if you really look at what to do when you've outgrown your friendship, there's a ton of sites, from just local blogs to just real deep psychology stuff. So I pulled 10. I probably could have did about 20, but I just pulled 10 that I think will work. Okay, so number one, and this is, again, if you just joined us, we're dealing with have you outgrown your friends list, and we're going to look at things that you could look for and what you could do. Number one, your values now seem to conflict or simply don't align. If you and the people on your friends list, or the friends in your life, if your values now conflict and they don't seem to line up, it might be time to let it go. And I know that personally. I used to be a guy in these streets, out here chasing panties any way that I could get them. And I had a lot of people that, once I made my transition with the Lord, once I got saved, and once I turned my life around and became something, I couldn't hang out with some of those people because they just didn't feel comfortable with where I was going in my life. And I just felt that I didn't need to be where some of them were. And so some remained connected to me, and some were like, nah, he on some new kick. I'm not with that. And I respect that. It was cool. And then there's some people that I had to kind of let go because they weren't going to let go, because they were secretly hoping I would go back to being the old me. So it was time to let them go. So again, before you might have agreed on most things, now one or more critical differences has sprouted up between the two of you. So if you start to notice that things have popped up between you, and you notice that things aren't aligning, it's time to cut it loose. Okay. Number two, and these are, have you outgrown your friends list, the things to check for. Number two, conversations feel unnatural. Again, this could have been written directly for me, but it's all of us. Conversations feel unnatural. With the shift in values and ideas comes another noticeable sign. Conversations feel awkward, forced, or generally unnatural. I think all of us know when the conversation is not flowing, when it's not really connected to anything. You can sense that, you can feel that, and that's when you know it's time to let it go. Don't try to hold on to somebody just simply because you feel you need to. If you don't have a reason of why you are connected to somebody, it's time to let them go. There's 7.4 billion people on this planet. Trust me, there'll be somebody else that can take their place in your tribe, but you have to be comfortable with letting them go. I'm not uncomfortable with letting people go, because I know I give people a wide berth. I give people a real good opportunity to hang out with me, but when it's time to go, it's time to go. All right, let me see something here. Let me just connect this here. There we go. All right, cool. Now, so number three, things you, and let me see, do I have anybody in the chat room? And if you're watching, just, an emoji or a thumbs up or something like that. I want to make sure that the connection, because again, I'm using a new platform only for like the third, fourth time, something like that. So by all means, throw something up in the chat room. Let me know who might be rocking out with me tonight. And if you just joined us, I'm Keith K.L. Belvin, and we're talking about, have you outgrown your friends list? All right, here we go. Number 4, you hold back sharing with them because you feel they'll criticize you or simply not understand. And if you notice this sign, you're probably already opened up a few times recently and it didn't go well. You want to talk about other things and what they're doing, what they learned. Okay. Hey, Kara, how we doing? Actually, I was looking at the clinical part. This one, I'm gonna I'm gonna rock out with this one. You hold back sharing with them because you feel they'll criticize you or simply don't understand. Let me tell you something about that. When you find yourself not wanting to share with a so-called friend, when you find yourself not wanting to be honest because you're not trusting where they're coming from or you don't feel they got your back, trust your feelings. It's time to go ahead and let them go. You shouldn't have to hide anything about who you are, what you like, and the things that you're trying to do from anybody. And don't worry about anybody's judgment. Good evening, darling. Thank you so much. Glad I got somebody here. You shouldn't worry about that. And often we do it because of the so-called friendship. But if a person is really your friend, you shouldn't feel um, littled in any way around them. You shouldn't feel judged in any way. You shouldn't feel belittled in any way. So if you have somebody around you that's not making you feel like you, then why are they around you? That is number 4. Number 5, there's more tension than before. Now, this one is subtle because they might just be having a bad day. You might just be having a bad day. But here's the thing to look for. Has it been consistent? Is it a consistent rub that every time you talk, and it's not just male, female, female, male. It's not just somebody you're dating. I'm talking about the people in your chat conversations, the people in your online conversation, and of course, the people that you talk to. And I can honestly say I've seen that and felt that. And for me, my curve game is great. I try to do it in a professional way and just ease myself out of the way so I don't have to hurt anybody's feelings. And then there's some times I just say, you know what, I'm gonna lose their number and keep it moving. And if they reach out and go, where you been, man? Listen, I've been busy. They can figure it out. Because I try to protect people's feelings, but if they push too hard, they're gonna get the truth and they may not like it. So you have to pay attention to that one too. So again, moving on, that's number 5. There's more tension than before. And if you just tuned in, I'm Keith K.L. Belvin. You're watching Unapologetically Keith. And what we're talking about tonight is, have you outgrown your friends list on social media? But also this list is extended to friends that you have in real life, okay? And I'm giving you what to consider and what to look. We'll consider what to look for. That's what we're talking about here. Okay, number 6, you have no desire to spend time with them. That is, that should tell you something right there. And it is, you know what, I'm gonna tell you what's funny is, here's what you look for. A text message from them pop up, or a phone call from them pop up, or a text box on social media, your messenger pops up and you go, I don't feel like talking to them. If you find yourself doing that way too often, then I think you know it's time to go ahead and cut them loose. Because here's what I've noticed, guys, and let me share this with you. Often we stay connected to people that, if you're doing business, right? I'll give you that one. If you're doing business with somebody, often we'll stay connected to somebody that we did good business with in the past because we figure that's the right thing to do. But honestly, how long do they get to hold that place with you for business that might be 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years? Because they might have went on and did what they are doing and it ain't got nothing to do with you. But yet y'all talking and they making their money and ain't nothing coming your way. And the crazy part is you figure because you're friends, you're not going to step over that line and be like, hey, bro, are we still good? What's going on? You ain't put me on. Also, people from high school and college that you might have connected with on Facebook or IG or LinkedIn or YouTube, whatever. And you figure because y'all was cool in high school, cool in college, okay, but you ain't that same person. They may not be the same person. And here y'all are, and I'll get to what that is, but it may be time to go ahead and cut them loose. Because remember, there's somebody else to take that spot. There's somebody else you can do business with. You ain't got to chase nobody to do business. There's no end all to be all to any form of business on this planet. There's nothing new. It's just your way. That's the only thing new, is your way. Hey, Tam, good to see you tonight. So there's nothing new. It's just your way. And so your way may be new, but what you're doing is not new. Ty, what's going on? T to the Y, and you can put the Jones to it. That's my man. I love that. If you've never checked out Ty's IG page, he keeps it funky, very real, very real. But again, number six, when you have no desire to spend time with them, and I'm gonna tell you something, be real with yourself, guys. Be very real with yourself. If you feel, first of all, look at your time like gold. You wouldn't just walk around giving away gold. We're not Mansa Musa. And if you don't know who Mansa Musa is, you got to understand your African history. He made gold almost cheap the way he gave it away. But go check out the great African king, Mansa Musa. What's going on, Flex? Good to see you by tonight. So again, you have no desire to spend time with them. And if you're just tuning in, guys, this is Keith K.O. Belvin. You're watching Unapologetically Keith. We're talking about things to pay attention to if you have outgrown your friends on your friends list or friends in your physical. I'm going to recap it real quick. Number one, your values now seem to conflict and they don't align. Number two, conversation feels unnatural. Number three, things you used to do together, you no longer entertain you. Four, you hold back from sharing with them because you feel they'll criticize you or simply not understand. Five, there's more tension than before. Six, where we are, you have no desire to spend time with them. So now I've caught you all up. Let's move on to number seven. And I'll gladly answer any questions or listen to anything that you got to have to say if we have time. I might hang on for a little longer than a half an hour tonight. Number seven, you're the only one putting in the effort. Guys, come on now. Please tell me, put a one up if I'm not the only person that has seen that on social media and in real life. That you grind and they kind of just, but yet they show up when you post some success or some congrats. Give me some feedback. Have y'all experienced that? That they don't seem to put any effort into what you're doing, but y'all are supposed to be friends? Come on now. I can't be the only one. Am I the only one? And thank you. Here we go. I was about to say, here's the honesty, because that is something that's big. And the crazy part is we teach it to our children, but we sometimes don't pay attention to that ourselves. We'll tell our kids, if they're not into you, don't you be following behind them and doing for them. But then many of us as adults don't actually pay attention to what we're saying to ourselves. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate that. Kira, thank you. And it's very important because let me tell you something. If you're grinding out like I do, where you're the person responsible for your business, I don't have no gigantic team. I pretty much do everything myself. I got some people that I outsource some things to, but I'm not that large. I have no problem telling you that. Larry, what's going on, Chef Larry? What's going on, bro? And I don't have no problem saying that because I put the work in. But if I notice that people are not reaching out and they not putting no effort in, I ain't trying to mess with them. And I'm gonna think it was so apropos that Larry came in just now. Shout out to Larry Cortez. If you need any work done, if you're in the New York area, if you need any work done on your crib, Larry is extraordinarily gifted. He can build anything that you need done in your house, fix anything that you need the house. If you need your whole house remodeled, check out my man Larry Cortez. Make sure you reach out to him if you're in the New York City area and the Poconos areas also. All right, if you're in the Pennsylvania area, you're in the Brooklyn area, reach out to my man Larry Cortez. He can redo your whole crib. But Larry says something to me, and it hit me like an anchor. He said, you don't have to tell your friends what you do. They already know. And I have not forgotten that. He just said that to me, and it's not that I didn't know that, but I needed to hear that from Brother Larry. He said, you don't have to tell your friends what you do. And when I say the anvil, like in those cartoons came down and hit me on my head, yes, message, big message right there. So that was number seven. You're the only one putting in the effort. All right, guys, we're finishing up, and I'm gonna go back over all of them because I didn't put them in the captions box tonight because I didn't want to have to go back and forth because I knew I had a lot. So number 8, and again, I know you heard this one, so again, I'm going to ask you for some number ones if you have. They don't celebrate your successes. Please give me a number one or an emoji or a thumbs up if you have seen that from people on your friends list and people in your personal life and your friends' life, and your social life. They do not celebrate your successes. Somehow they weren't on Facebook that day. Somehow they didn't hear about it. They didn't see about it. Somehow they don't seem to call you 2 to 3 days when you're in when you're basking in your celebration. They saw the cap and gown picture, but you didn't even get a like. They saw the you say, yo, I just signed the big deal. And again, they don't give you no response, no smiley face or nothing. But yet you go look and you see that they saw it. You see the scene and go, really? Okay. And let me tell you why that's very, very important. Is that not everybody who's cool with you wants to see you do well. And I know that's sad, but unfortunately, some things come with this skin color that was ingrained in us as slaves. And some of us have never gotten past that. And that's a deeper conversation for another day. But when I tell you self-hate is real, there are some people who guard their success so much that they don't even want you close to their success. So they won't help you in any form or fashion, but yet they'll say, I'm in your corner, Black. I got you. That happened to me last year when I got accepted for my MSW. My man. And congratulations on that, by the way. And let me tell you something. That's a hard pill to swallow, because most of the time it comes from people who are the closest to you. And those are the people that you would expect to rock out, to really be like, yo, that's my dude. Yo, my dude got that. He doing that. And then you know what's really sad about that? Is that you see him celebrating other people on their page, bigging up other people, posting, yo, my dude did it. And you like, yo, I just did the same thing last year. Pay attention to that, because that's somebody that you got to cut loose. Because when somebody can't celebrate your success, I love when the people around me are doing well, because that means there's room for me. That means I can do it. Also, that means I'm connected to somebody who's getting it done. I really do root for other people, sometimes at my own detriment. I rooted for people, and then when I thought it was coming back home, they act like they didn't even know me. That happened to me last year when I obtained my doctorate degree. And congratulations, I saw you in your cap and gown looking great. But congratulations on that. And that's the thing. And let me ask you this, guys, and I'm gonna give some emojis. I'm glad y'all guys is here. I think we're gonna wind up going longer than a half an hour. Put an emoji up if you've gotten more love from complete strangers than those who are supposed to be close to you. I already know the answer, but I just want to get a thumb up or emoji or a one, whatever you want to rock with. If you've gotten more love from complete strangers, you're welcome, Kara. If you've gotten more love from complete strangers on social media than the folks who are supposed to be close to you. Yes, Cain and Abel. Damn, you took it to Cain and Abel. Ooh. Abel, he didn't accept my offering, so I'm going to kill my brother. And all Cain had to do was ask Abel, how did you get it done? Because God didn't accept my offering. Instead, he got so jealous, he killed his own brother and then lied about it, tried to hide. God said, Cain, what'd you do? Where's Abel? As if God didn't know. And I think that story is so important, because if brothers will kill each other, then you already know what friends are going to do. I think it was it the OJs that said, kill your own for the love of money? You'll kill your own brother? So there you go. That was number 8, guys. And again, if you're just joining me, I am Keith K.L. Belvin. You're watching Unapologetically Keith. We're talking about, have you outgrown your friends and some of the things that you need to look out for. I will gladly go over all 10 in a little bit when we get finished. I think I'm going to stay on for a little longer than a half an hour tonight, just because I got some folks here that's rocking out with me, but we're going to see how that goes. Number 9, and I will go over all 10 again if you missed any of them, and I'll take my time. Number 9, you form new and stronger friendships. You have formed new and stronger friendships. I am happy for my family and friends when they accomplish something. I celebrate them. Yes, of course. But I have found that some people almost like, literally, you can feel and sense the hate. But number 9, you form new and stronger friendships. This right here, let me tell you something. When I tell you, as a man who used to live a whole different life, when I started to go this route of faith and really start to secure myself as a man of God, I literally would see the hate from other people that was close to me towards the new people that I was hanging out with, and listen to them try to tear down the new people that I was connected with when they didn't even spend the time as I was growing into the new me. So how you gonna tear down my new, stronger friends when you weren't even rocking with me as I became new and stronger? And please pay attention to that. When somebody from your past or your current starts to crap on somebody new and they start telling you, you better watch out. They don't look too this, and they ain't really all of that. And you sure you want to invest in that? You want to do this? You want to spend that much time with them? Pay attention. Have they put the time in? Have they earned that position to give you all that? And I think one of the things that I love, if you remember the movie Pursuit of Happiness, when Will Smith was with his son, he said, I wasn't that good in basketball, so you probably not going to be any good either. And his son was having a great time up until that point. So then when he thought about it, he just chucked the basketball. Yeah, I guess you're right. And then his father thought about what he had just did. And he got the basketball and he said, listen, you got to protect your dream, because people will tell you you can't do something because they can't do it. You got to protect your dream, even if it's from me. And that was the father talking to his son. So trust and believe, guys. When you form new and stronger friendships, some of the people in your life right now, they're going to act real stank. Pay attention to that. Don't mess up new opportunities because old folks in your life is telling you don't do it. When they not feeding you, they not helping you, they not investing in you, they not promoting you, they not doing anything. Be mindful of that. I'm going through some of that right now, man, and it's interesting because once I went down this spiritual path, I knew it would be rough. I didn't know it'd be this rough. I ain't gonna lie. And I didn't know I'd have to spend so much time by myself. Not that I'm not used to it, because I enjoy it, but I get it. A friend once said to me, if you don't have any haters in this world, then you need to check yourself. Let the haters keep on hating. They're only going to push you into greatness. Dream shatterers, that hurts like a mug. Yes. And you know what? Yes, you do have haters, Kira. But I think what we got to pay attention to is that we cannot give the haters too much time. Because a hater hates because they can't do. And a hater hates because they don't have. And a hater hates because they just might hate you being successful. We have to be careful that we don't pay attention to them other than to remove them. Because I've watched people sometimes pay too much attention to haters. And that time that you're wasting on somebody who's not helping you anyway is foolish. Hey, Keish, what's going on, love? Good to have you here tonight. And Ty, trust me, dream shatterers, it's the worst because most of the time it's the people close to you. I don't see haters. Thank you, Larry. I hear you, and I rock with that. I see them just to be safe. I see them just so if I see them trying to slither up next to me because they want to pimp me for information, they want to probe me for how I do things. As an author, I can't tell you how many book events I have been to. And I do this. I still do this. At every book event, I'll go around and talk to everybody just to say hi, introduce myself, and try to exchange cards. Just don't let them waste your time. Just cut them off. Exactly, Kira. And I still do it. I go around, I try to, introduce myself. And if anybody has seen some of my past videos, I will literally go around and do videos with other people just to give them a chance to see people so people on my timeline can see them. But I noticed that some authors would almost be like, yo, get away from me, man. Why are you wasting my time? And then I used to ask authors, hey, would you like to exchange books? That way you can get to know who I am. I can get to know you. This is exactly what an author told me once. He said, how much is your book? I said, oh, this one here, I sell it for $10 here at the book events, but it's normally $13.99. He said, nah, man, my book's $15. If I give you your book, if I give you my book and you give me yours, I'm losing $5. I said, how are you losing anything? I'm giving you a book, you give a book. I now can check you out. You can check me out, and we can promote each other. He's like, nah, I ain't with that, man. I'll be losing money there. I was like, okay. It's accepted by Black Expressions Book Club, which was featured in Ebony, Jet, and Essence magazines from Gigolo to Jesus. When I was accepted into the book clubs, thank you, Larry, I appreciate that. All of a sudden, all these people was flooding my inbox because now they see me at Jet, they see me at Essence, they see me in Ebony. And it was funny because it was like, yo, KL, how you doing, bro? Yo, my man, yo, congrats, da da da. And I'm watching. Now I ain't seen none of these Negroes before this, but okay, I'm watching. And I'm waiting, and here it comes. So, yo, how'd you get into Black Expressions? And I was like, really? And I said, well, I'll tell you what. You know how I got in? I had a conversation about God. I didn't even have a conversation about being an author. And it was like they couldn't believe that. But the editor in chief and Carol Mackey, shout out to Carol Mackey. Her and I had a wonderful conversation. She was the editor in chief at Black Expressions Book Club. They cut me $1,000 off the top, and then we cut out a deal. And then what they turn your book into a hardcover book, and they put it as part of their book club. So I made a couple of $1,000 over that, and I sold quite a few books around the country. And all of a sudden, I had all these wonderful friends. No, I did not, because I didn't rock with any of them. And the same person who did not want to exchange books suddenly found religion and reached out and said, yo, I met you at a book thing. Yeah, bro. But nah, I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. Because again, guys, what you got to pay attention is when you form new friendships, number 9 again, when you form new friendships, your current friends will turn into haters. Be careful. And number 10, okay, number 10. And I'm going to go back through the 10 for anybody that just came in. Hey, Kim, how we doing? Good to see you. God bless to you as well. I'm going to go back through all 10. And if you're just joining us, before I go through number 10, if you're just joining us, this is Keith KL Belvin. You are watching Unapologetically Keith, which comes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9:30 to 10 o'clock. But tonight, we're going to go a little bit longer. I'm probably going to go another half an hour, so I might go to 10:30 tonight. But I'm on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. And we will be covering a little bit of everything, but definitely dealing with things that create crisis. So tonight, we're talking about, have you outgrown your friends list or your physical friends in real life? And I'm giving you 10 things. So let me go over those real quick before I give you the last one. I've been outgrown my friends list. Okay, I feel you. So tonight, there's going to be a lot of cleaning up of the friends list I see. Okay, here we go. Real quick, listen up. I'm going to go through it, and I'll go through it again, so don't worry about it. Number 1, your values have seemed to conflict or don't seem to align. That's number 1. Number 2, conversations feel unnatural. Number 3, things you used to be together on, you no longer entertain you. You hold back. Number 4, you hold back from sharing with them because you feel they'll criticize you. I'm sorry. You hold back from sharing with them because you feel they criticize you or simply not understand. Number 5, there's more tension than before. Number 6, you have no desire to spend time with them. Number 7, you're the only one putting in the effort. Number 8, they don't celebrate your success. Number 9, you form new, stronger friendships. And number 10 on the list, dun, 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 number 10 is nostalgia is the only thing holding you guys together. That's great. Yeah, I want to hear something about that in a second, Keisha. Got you. Number 10, nostalgia is the only thing holding your friendship together, meaning that the only thing you guys have to talk about is what y'all used to do. And that's it. There's no new memories. That every time y'all get together, all y'all talk about is what you used to do. That's not a bad thing. But if it is holding you in place because they're stuck with who you used to be, and the only stories that they have to share with you is what you used to do, you have to take the time and say to yourself, is this worth it? Now, I'm not saying cut them off just to cut them off. I'm saying ask yourself, is it worth the time? And is that where they're stuck at? I got some cats that's still stuck in the 90s, is waiting for 90s R&B to come back, and that's where they at. We cool, but I got to do me. And I got some friends that, all we talk about is what we used to do, but I don't spend a lot of time doing that. And in the last couple months, and I've said this before with this COVID thing, is that if you come out of this and you're the same person before this whole crisis started, then this crisis has victimized you twice. So part of the things that I've been changing is that I really had to get back into finding me, and I've started to find me. And in doing so, I realized that there were some people close to me who did not deserve that position. And I let them do that for whatever reason, past success that I had with them, past business or whatever. But it was time that they go, because here's the thing. If you don't take your pom poms out for me at all, you still club. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them still clubbing at 50. And I'm not mad at that, because if you're single and you haven't found the right person, but admit that you're the 50-year-old person at the club, because nobody really wants to be the old dude or the old chick at the club. But now if you out there with a group of old dudes or a group of old chicks, y'all do your thing. If the Panthers is out there, go get them, girls. And if the old dude is out there and he can do all the dances and his knees ain't hurting in the morning, get him, bruh. But for me, I'd rather curl up next to my wife. I'm good. I'm trying to do what I got to do right here in this office and make things work. But that's me. But I do have some cats that I talk to that they're stuck in the 90s. I'm not. And guys, it's I joke about a lot, but sometimes you really got to look up and down your friends list on all your social media sites. If you're not on those sites anymore, and when you got on those sites, you was a different person, those people may be waiting for that person to come back. Don't go backwards for somebody else because they're entertained. You ain't no damn puppet. As for me and my house, there we go. Joshua understood. Y'all do what y'all gonna do. But for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord. But the key here, guys, and I'm not giving this list to be mean to anybody. I'm saying I want you to consider the connections that you have. Oh, you missed number 8 and 9. I got you. Okay, you know what? Let me go back through them a little bit slower. So we're going to start from the beginning so everybody can have them. Let's do that. And then I'm going to open it up so we can have a little conversation, since I'm already past 10 o'clock. So it's okay. I wasn't going to bed no time soon anyway. Number 1, your values now seem to conflict or simply don't align. Number 2, conversations feel unnatural or forced. Number 3, things you used to do together no longer entertain you. Number 4, you hold back from sharing with them because you feel they'll criticize you or simply not understand. Number 5, there's more tension than before. Number 6, you have no desire to spend time with them. Number 7, you're the only one putting in the effort. Number 8, they don't celebrate your successes. Got that, Kim? Number 9, you have formed new, stronger friendships. You have new, stronger friendships. That's number 9. And number 10, nostalgia is the only thing holding your friendship together. So, and there's many more. And if you ever just want to do a search. So here's my thing, guys, because one of the things that I do is that I'm here to help folks in whatever way possible. Because, hold on one second, Keisha. I saw what you put. Let me swing this back here. There we go. 6, 7, and 8. You need 6, 7, 8, or just 6, 7, 8 stand out to you, Keisha? Let me grab my list here. Does 6, 7, 8 just stand out with you, or you need 6, 7, and 8, Keisha? Let me put these here so I can see them together. Okay. 6 was you have no desire to spend time with them. 7, you're the only one putting in the effort. And 8, they don't celebrate your successes. Thank you, Kim. I got you. So let me ask you guys in the chat room, which one hit you tonight? Just give me one. I know, listen, all of them, I'm connected to all of them. That's why I chose the 10 that I chose. But was there any one that just stuck out to you tonight? Anybody, just feel free to just throw it out there. Okay, 6, 7, and 8 stand out to you. So that's you have no desire to spend time with them. You're the only one putting in the effort, and they don't celebrate your success. Larry said, oh, I feel you, Keith. Those are a good 3. And Larry, I'm with you. They all touch me some way. But 6, 7, and 8, yeah, those are good ones too, Keith. Because I think looking at those 3 that you chose, those are good ones. Actually, all of them are good ones. But yeah, I think the celebrating your success thing, I've seen that. And it's sad because when you see it, most of the time you're in the midst of enjoying you or enjoying the moment. And if you see that, it can put a real damper on what you're feeling at that moment. And of course, you push yourself to keep celebrating, to keep enjoying yourself, but it's hard. So I wanted to say, guys, if anybody wanted to set up a free discovery call, number 169 and 10, I'm gonna read that in a second. I got you, Kim. If anybody wants to set up a free call, a discovery call to set up a session to talk, my link is right there, bit.ly/Coach Keith. You just simply go to my counseling page, you click on my schedule, and you just go ahead and put your time in. It'll send me an email to let me know that you chose that time, and we'll talk. And the reason why is because as a crisis specialist, when I listen to a lot of the things that people are going through, it's hard because I want to fix the world, but I make sure that I give a person all that I got to help them. All right, so let's see. We got Kim said 1, 6, 9, and 10, and we got Ty said 8 and 9. Okay. I'm gonna go through 1, 6, 9, and 10, and then Ty, I'm gonna go to yours. So Kim said 1, your values now seem to conflict. Yeah. As a man of God, I know that one. 6, you have no desire to spend time with them. And 9, you have formed new and stronger friendships. And 10, nostalgia is the only thing holding you together. Those are 4 good ones. Those are actually, they're all good, but I like that. Okay, Kim, I feel you. Let's see what Ty said here. 8 and 9 hit home. 8 and 9 got me. Not only I met new friends, I remember some of my girlfriend's old friends tried to break a relationship because I was the new person in her life without taking the time to know. Yeah, that's a big one, bro. Family and friends, when you're in a new relationship, ooh, Lord, I know that feeling. Let's see. Keisha says it's sad because I'm out here hustling to survive, adding gravy to the steak that my husband already makes. And since I started going hard and business started flourishing, I noticed a drastic change. Yes. Yeah, Larry, this is a topic for friends and family. Trust me. That's why I said it's friends too. But I wanted to keep it safe. So I said on your friends list, but I think people can infer that it's family and friends as well. Trust me. They know. But Keish, I understand that. And I think, Keish, that's back to what you're saying. I so understand because, Tiff and I have gone through some things, and we sat back and watched people that we have literally given the shirts off our back to help do some things, simply ignore moves that we were trying to make, and then celebrate somebody else who is doing the same exact thing. And there's no harder hurt when you ignore that I'm an author, and then I see you holding the books up of a cat who did me dirty. That actually happened in 2013. 2013 was like the worst year business-wise for Tiff and I. And I had a dude play me real close. And at first he acted like he was promoting everything that I was doing and went out and created his own publishing company, and then went back to my contacts, and they were rocking with him when they hadn't even bought books from me. But I'm going to tell you what a guy told me in 2013, which has stayed with me to this day. And I learned, so you ain't going to hurt me twice. He said, "Can I tell you something, brother KL?" I said, yeah. He said, how much is one of the brothers owe you? I said, I got one person who owes me $2,000. I got another brother who owes me $4,000. And I got another person that owes me like $6,000. He said, so you owe you about $12,000, right? Almost $13,000? I said, something like that. He said, it costs you $13,000 to learn who you shouldn't do business with. So now what are you going to do with that? And I was like, you're right. It cost me $13,000 and a lot of hurt and a lot of pain to learn who I did not need to do business with. I've never made that mistake again. And I've never lost any feelings about cutting anybody loose who can't rock with me. So Kim, you're right, when they're counterfeit. But we got to learn how to be proactive and see them ahead of time. Hence the reason for the list tonight, guys, is that if we can be proactive and weed them out before, then we can save ourselves a lot of pain. And that's exactly why I wanted to talk about this tonight. And I had planned on being on for longer than a half an hour because I knew where this cuts with a lot of people. Like Larry said, this is a family and friends thing. He's right. But I figured I'll keep it on the friends list because when you start going directly at family and friends, some people be watching other people and go, oh, so you must be talking about me. The subliminal game. No, as they say, a hit dog hollers. So sometimes people start worrying about the subliminal because they know they're doing the foolishness. So again, guys, if you need to set up a free discovery call because you are dealing with some of these things and you need somebody to talk to, this is what I do. The first session is free. It's just a way for us to talk and figure out what we can do business-wise. And if you're not prepared to do business now, that's cool. Maybe buy a book or something, and that way you can read the book and figure out what you want to do, and we can set something up later. But I'm here. And I'm going to ask you now before I get off, make sure that you share this. Hey, okay. Hey, Nanette. Oh, that's my sister, Nanette. What's going on? That's my literary sister. Me and Nanette have covered many a mile selling these books. Thank you, Nanette. I appreciate you. Your books, I think UPS is trying to get through the protest to get your books to you. But yeah, once you learn the lesson, yeah, you don't have to take the test again. And I'm an educator, know that. But I'm gonna tell you that I learned 2013, 2008 was the hardest, but that was dealing with KL. So that was out of our hands. So, and we had to get through it. So 2018 has been like the toughest year that Tiff and I had to deal with. But business wise, 2013 was the hardest year. 3 clients on me over $13,000. I lost my van. I lost a lot of things. Lost my van with like 5 payments left. But I learned the valuable lesson. And I have never been close to that situation again because I'll never allow anybody that I do business with to put me in a situation where I was stuck. And also I learned the valuable lesson about I don't care who you think you are with somebody, the baby's good. I am good. I'm good, darling. I am good. I'm hanging in there, and the Lord is blessing me because I'm learning, and I've been taking this time during this COVID situation to reevaluate, reorganize. I did a live last night where I realized I had got away from my passion of writing, and so I'm going to get back to my writing. And I have been so focused on business that I forgot that I need a pleasurable outlet. Not like that, guys. Get your mind out the gutter. I'm happily married. Stop that. No, but I needed to just get back to a passion of writing. I had gotten away from my writing, and I didn't finish a lot of the projects that I had because I had moved into another arena. So that's changed. I have a coach that I'm working with, and some things are working out. And I'm building my practice, my counseling practice, as well as my publishing company. I've rearranged that. I work on referrals now, so I don't have to go out and chase anybody. When people come to me, they already know what they to expect with Braven Publishing. But also, I've used Braven Publishing for my own work. I'm not worried about other people. If they come, I got them, as well as all the authors that we work with. I make sure that the customer service is there for them. So if anything that they need, I take care of that. But I'm taking care of me. And I'm making sure I'm good, making sure that my work, I talked about it last night, it's around here somewhere. I looked at Lukewarm Saint, and I feel bad that I didn't give that book its due. I'm going to change that. When I finish Lukewarm Saint 2, the re-release of Lukewarm Saint 1 and the release of Lukewarm Saint 2 will be at the same time. And I will give both of those books its due. But yeah, if you just got here, thank you. Appreciate you. So again, guys, these are the 10, these 10 here, and thank you for sharing the ones that have stood out to you. And like I said, all 10, these are the 10 that I chose. In business, with you will shine. We can't wait to be polished. Your shine shows at what's matter. All you know, as you know, I move quietly. A lesson I learned years ago, I give and share, and that comes back twofold. Amen. Let me tell you something, guys. And again, I'm glad that y'all are here. Nanette be grinding. And Nanette told me, hey, Queen, how we doing? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Nanette and I were at a book event, and she had already had her next 5-6 years planned out. And she was like, Keith, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to finish working. I'm retiring. Me and James is going to North Carolina, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. Well, she's in North Carolina, and she's making it, and she rocked out. And even when God threw her a curveball, she still rocked out. She still handled it. And I think the best thing about having your plan is that once you lay it in God's hands, you don't have to worry about man. You don't have to worry about no man, no woman. I told you about that book. You right, Larry. You right. I'm not Larry. You should have been on me last night, Larry. I sat down and read my own book and was like, oh, this is pretty good. So I played myself with that, but it's okay. Here's the beautiful thing about books to any author that's watching, this. Books never go out of style. The only thing that does is your marketing. Romeo and Juliet is one of the number one selling books of all time. It was written in the 1500s. The Bible was written 2,000 years ago in God knows how many languages. The number one selling book on the planet, the Bible. So a good story and a good book never goes anywhere. So I'm not worried about Lukewarm Saint. It's a great book. I will repackage it and I will put it in the hands of those that need to read it, and they will enjoy it. Actually, all of my books. And what I'm thinking about after last night is I think Tuesdays and Thursdays will be literary days where I just go over my literary projects and just go through the writing process like last night. So shout out to all you guys that was on with me last night. But you will see me. I will be showing up on a regular basis during the week. You can remarket anytime. Your story fits any brand, reality fit. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Very true. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Unapologetically Keith, we will be dealing with crisis type situations, discussions like we have tonight. I'm thinking Tuesday and Thursday, 9:30, or maybe even later, 10 o'clock, I will be covering the literary areas. And the weekend might just be a hodgepodge. The weekend I might just jump on because I got some free time, but we'll see. But I'm going to be showing up on a regular. So get used to seeing me. But I'm going to be here because the Lord placed it on my spirit to be heard. Because I got something to say and I got people to help, and I can't help them with my mouth closed. And so that's what I do. That's my assignment, is to help as many people as possible, make sure that people know who I am. And if the ones who are with me now can't feel that, well, as I told you with this list, they got to go. Oh, thank you, Kim. I definitely will. That goes without question. I will be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm working out the kinks on Tuesday and Thursday, but the way it's looking is Monday, Friday, Unapologetically Keith, and then on Tuesday and Thursday, 9:30 to 10, maybe even 10 o'clock, I will be on doing the literary stuff to talk about my books. And if you look over my shoulder here, that is one of my old banners. I put that up last night because there's a couple of books over there that I still am owed money for. Not going to tell you which ones, but there's a couple of books on that banner that I'm still owed money for. But the reason why I put it up there is because I own the covers. They can't go anywhere. I own them. I could reproduce them and put them out myself, but I'm not. And I left it up there as a reminder for me to rock out. It's taking negative energy and make it into something positive. But again, guys, I thank you so much. I'm not going to go right now. I'm going to stay for a couple more minutes. And if you have just showed up, and Queen, I think you popped in, you know I'm Keith K.L. Belvin. This is Unapologetically Keith. I want to go over the list one more time for you guys. And really, let me just switch this up for you if you just showed up. The topic tonight was, have you outgrown your friends list? There it is. I just switched it up for you so you can see it. I want to go through the 10 for you again. So if there's anyone that you missed, or if you happen to be watching, because I only get to see who chats. I don't get to see who's watching. So number 1 is your values seem to conflict or simply don't align. Number 2, conversations feel unnatural. Number 3, and let you know that you've outgrown your friends, family, or people on your friends list. Things you used to do together no longer entertain you. I want to look. Okay. Bernice, hit my, I'll send you a message. As soon as I'm done here, I'll send you a message and how to get the book, and I'll send you an invoice, and I got you. I think I got a couple here I can actually sign for you, and I'll send one out to you. But I'll send it to you as soon as we go here. I got you. As soon as we're done. You don't even have to go to the website. I'll send it to you directly. I got them here in the house. Okay, number 4, you hold back from sharing with them because you feel they'll criticize you or simply not understand you. Number 5, there's more tension than before. Number 6, you have no desire to spend time with them. Number 7, you're the only one putting in the effort. Number 8, they don't celebrate your success. Number 9, you form new, stronger friendships. And 10, Nostalgia is the only thing that you and your friend that is holding your friendship together. There you go. Now, I just want to say this, and again, let me put this up for you. Guys, if there's anybody that you know that needs to talk, that needs to sit down with me, that you know needs some help, you tell them. Go to bit.ly right over there, bit.ly/Coach Keith. Let them know that this is the person to sit down. I'm not that expensive. I think if they just take one less night out, they can sit down. We can set up a time to talk. But the first call is free. And the reason why it's free is because I need to see if I'm the person to help you. I might not be. But then if I am, let's go. And if you've seen my hashtag, we can fix this. And the reason why that's my hashtag is I honestly believe that we can fix this. You see it right there. Hashtag we can fix this. And I honestly believe that because that is my mantra. We can fix this. And this is what I'm doing. So yes, Kim, I will be showing up. That is part of what I'm doing. I am going to show up and I'm going to make sure that the Lord uses me the way that he wants. Also, I run a Bible study group. In my Bible study group, it is a place for prayer request. I give a weekly study scripture. You can study at your own pace. And there's some other like-minded folks who are kingdom folks. And it is a nice, comfortable place. I don't force anybody to do any studying. I don't try to out you and say if you're not productive or you don't post, you get deleted. We don't do none of that because I don't believe that's how the Lord wants people to entertain themselves in the Word. So if you're interested in joining my Bible study group, send me a message. I'll reach out to you. It's on Facebook. Come over to Facebook. Check out Keith K.L. Belvin. Just send me an inbox and say, Keith, could you send me an invite to your Bible study group? By all means, it's open to everybody. And again, as we come to a close, as we're getting close to a close, I want to say to everybody, thank you. Thank you for taking the time out. Let me just run back through the list here. Kim, I want to say thank you. Bernice, I want to say thank you. Nanette, thank you. Larry, thank you. Let's see. Kira, thank you. Who else I was here? I know Lakeisha, thank you so much. Ty, T to the Y, and you must add the Jones to it. Thank you so much, brother. Larry, I got you. Let me see who else that I missed. Let me see if there's anybody. I know Flex was in. Thank you. Let's see who else I got. Amy was in. I saw Amy pop in. Thank you so much. Let me see who else I got. Tam was in earlier. Thank you so much. Tam popped in. And so I don't know who else might be watching. Oh, I appreciate it, Kira. I'm going to try to bring something to the table because what I do is I'll always let you know a day or two before what the conversation is going to be about. And then I take time out to research the subject so I can have my list. And normally I'm even a little more prepared than that. I put the captions in so you can actually see them at the bottom. I was a little tied up today playing around with KL, getting her together to watch this movie with Tiff. But I'm going to bring things that I think are going to help people who are in crisis. Because as a crisis specialist, I have to find ways to be able to reach people to get them talking. Now, my book, Our Bond is Our Gift, one of the things that I wrote in Our Bond is Our Gift, dealing with relationships, I put questions and topics at the end of each chapter to create conversation. So that isn't one of my books, but I'll be going through all of my books on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm thinking 9:30 or 10 o'clock, but I'll put it out there. I'm going to put up a little banner. Thank you for showing up. And those 10 great keys, outgrowing friendship. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate you. And thank you for checking me out on Periscope. I had gave up on that platform, and that was a mistake. I'm not going to lie, but I'm back now. And I'm on 3 different platforms tonight. YouTube Live. So if you missed this for any reason, it's on YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook. About LinkedIn and IG is something separate. But I'm on those 3 platforms, and I'm on pretty much will be every day this week. But again, here's what I need you guys to do before I sign off. I need you to share this. First of all, I need you to like this. And if you're on Periscope, Kim, you better have been beating that heart thing up. 9 million hearts. I want your wrist to hurt from giving so many hearts. But if you're on Periscope, make sure you're tapping the screen to give hearts. If you're on Facebook, here's what you do. Make sure that you like this. That lets me know I can get the feedback from that. But I want you to share this. Now, when you share, don't just share it out blindly. When you share it, tell the person why they should check this out. Say, hey guys, this guy right here is somebody that you need to listen to, or for whatever you want to say. And I will be utilizing we can fix this God willing and Bible study. Oh yes. Hashtag we can fix this. That is my hashtag. You'll see it on everything I do because that is what I put out. Here we go right here. And also I move everything to my blog. My blog has the same name, Unapologetically Keith. It's at keithbelvin.blogspot.com. But you can always come by my page and check it out. But reach out. If you're interested in joining my Bible study group, a couple of the people here on the list are already in. I'm here. But counseling is what I do. Writing is what I do. And those are my two lanes. I'm not coming out of those lanes. I was all over the place before. My publishing company and my writing is one lane. My counseling is another lane. That's it. And I'll be showing up all the time. Unless something happens that just prevents me from getting on. Like the other night, I was out. My internet was not working. So I was able to jump on with my phone. I was like, listen, I'll do the whole thing on my Wi-Fi from my phone. But I'm here. And I'm here to help. And I'm going to build this platform and open this door up to the church, and I and you and we are the church. I don't need no physical building. This is my ministry, and I'm here for whoever needs me, and I'm here to help whoever needs help. That's the reason why I had to give you a list of who you need to cut off, because I've cut some people off, and there's some more people to go, because the Lord has been clearing the way for me to be able to be there for those that need me, and that's what I'm doing. So again, I want to tell you it's 10:31. I want to say to all of you, thank you. I had a feeling I might be on longer than a half. You made it worthwhile. It's been a beautiful night. Thank you. It's Friday. Please be safe. Please be smart. And remember, you and I equal we, and we can fix this. All right? We can fix this. If we put ourselves in proximity and we are like-minded, we can fix most of the things that's wrong with us, and God will take care of the rest. I believe in that. Make sure that you let the people who don't know me understand that. And if they show up, I got them. Have a wonderful night, guys. Thank you so much. I'll be on Monday, but I'll tell you what, you might see me on once or twice this weekend. I'm not sure, but I do have some reading to go. Oh, one last thing, guys. To all of my readers, I want to give you a book to read. It's fantastic. Let me bring up my my Audible here. I want to make sure I give you the right name. Christ in Crisis by Jim Wallace. All right. Christ in Crisis by Jim Wallace. Hold on. I'll put up in the what's name for you. It is a great read. I have the audio book, and he really explains how Christ is missing. Now, if you're not into the Christian thing, that may not be it for you, and I got you. But to all my Christian brothers and sisters, the brother is really on to something in terms of how Jesus is missing in today's world. And I'm going to tell you something. He really hits home. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to get ready to go. But yeah, right there, Christ in Crisis by Jim Wallace. It is a good read. He asks some very poignant questions and actually calls out some folks on how can they say this and still be believers in Jesus. And I think everybody in the body of Christ today needs to read this book and ask themselves some of the questions that's there. Just a little side note. But again, guys, have a wonderful night. God bless. Thank you so much. It was fun to be on and be in front of you. I will definitely see you on Monday, but I got a feeling I'll probably pop on once or twice this weekend. I'm not sure. I got a lot of counseling to do. I got 3 sessions tomorrow. I got 2 sessions. No, I don't have any sessions on Sunday, but I got paperwork to do. I don't schedule any counseling sessions on Sunday, but I'll definitely be around. Have a good night, guys. God bless, and thank you again for everything. Make sure you like, share, and I'll talk to you soon. Bernice, I'm going to send you the link for the book. Talk to you.